Hi, it's Barry. Welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to show you 5 hacks that I have with recently released items from Cloth and Paper. So let's dig in. In a recent sub box, we received these really nice plastic folders, and they're in the A5 size. And I've seen a lot of people asking what to use them for, how to use them, and I thought I would show you how I've decided to use mine. I'm currently using a total of 5 of these. So since half letter is what I'm using most for my planner, I decided to use those because the size is very similar to A5 and I knew it would fit. And how I've decided to use these folders are my incoming, things that are going to be going into my planners. And I have them right on my desk where I can grab what I need. So let me show you what I have actually in the folders. So the first folder, I have the task planner insert. And obviously you can label your folders. You can use a label maker. I get a lot of custom labels, so I use those. And it looks good with both black and white over clear if you're going to label them. So I like to grab these sheets if I'm doing a to-do list or planning out a project or just taking notes. So having some of these right on my desk so that I can grab them is really helpful when I'm in the middle of a phone call or a video call and I need a sheet. Obviously, I have lots more of my stock all stored together in my storage areas. Another one that I'm using a lot is the meeting notes. I use these for phone calls, in-person meetings, and I love them for pre-planning. So especially pre-planning a meeting, I would use a dot marker going down this whole section and have information that I wanted to be sure I covered in the meeting with room to take notes next to it. I know you're seeing some retired inserts, but this is my favorite all-time insert from Cloth and Paper. It's the old inbox, and I have gathered as many of these as I could, and I am hoarding them at this point. Because they have 10 boxes on them, I love them for project planning. Then I have just some other things that are going to go in my planner, such as new dashboards ready to go in. I have one here that's the overview, clear, and then I have this marble one, which was recently heavily discounted. Now, it may shock you, but I have this insert, I believe, in almost all of my planners because I love the way a vellum looks over it. These are just my spares from when it went on sale. And the last one I have are just some deco that I plan to put in my planners. I just had the first 3. I did have these on my desk just in between 2 planners so that I could grab them. But as I added more to the collection, I needed a better way to deal with it. So here's my hack. I just took a stand that I already had. And if you're looking for a stand, you might be able to find a plate stand at Michael's, or you probably have something similar to this in your stash, I'm guessing. They fit really nicely on there and then can be easily used from my desk. But I needed a second hack to go with this. I did not like the way this folder stayed open, but my Cloth and Paper Eclipse was there to the rescue. Since it's magnetic, all I had to do was put that on the first folder and everything lined up. And I love the way it looks. I love these E-clips. I have them on many of my planners because they match perfectly. I'm really enjoying the CP Petite size. And when that marble planner dashboard went on sale at Cloth and Paper, I was really sad that they didn't have it in the CP Petite size, but not a problem. I just bought 2 of them in a B6 size because I knew the B6 size would be larger. It's 5 by 7, and this is 4 by 6. So all I did was I simply trimmed in a way that it would still look perfectly attractive, and I got one for the front and one for the back with the clear covers, and now I just have this sweet little notebook. And all I can say about that hack is Always size up if you're planning on modifying something, and look at where the design is and how it's going to wind up once you've trimmed and once you've punched. Here's a hack that I have for this one. This is my electronics mirror. I keep it on my desk. If I need to see something behind my computer, I'm trying to plug something in, I don't want to move the computer all the way out, the mirror works perfectly to see behind the computer. This also works perfectly if you're trying to get behind a TV or your modem or anything electronic, especially if it's in a hard to reach area. Next up, the label stickers. These were in a recent box and they work with those folders, but they're also very small. I thought they would be perfect for the clear envelopes. This is my home planner, and it's where I plan any renovations or any work to be done around the house, and also have inspiration for the future for design if I'm ever in another house. I really like to keep track of inspiration when I see ideas of things on the internet or in a magazine that I like. I clip or screenshot, and those go in here. I have a large inspo section. So one of the things that I am using one of those envelopes for, the plastic envelopes, is just to keep samples of colors and things that you pick up, paint chips, etc. And I've got the label right on there. And that may be hard to see because I used a white label, but there you go. And the last hack that I have for you today is how I'm using the pencil pouches. We did get these in a lovely olive green color in a sub box a while ago. And I have 2 of those, and I use those to store electronic things. For example, I have all the things I need in here if I'm traveling. A double plug with 2 USB-Cs, which works for my laptop and also charging iPad. Then I have a way to charge my Apple Watch, my phone, etc. And it's all in here, all neat. I like to use these little Velcro ties. They're super inexpensive. I got a huge pack of black and white ones. I'll have it linked below. Since I have multiples on the pencil pouches, I've simply taken older planner clips that I've had, and that way I can tell them apart. Like I have 2 of the olive green. I have 2 more black ones on the way. It's a very inexpensive item to store things. You can still store lots of pens and pencils in them, and they fit a lot. But I have lots of other things that I want to organize. These are sleek. I love the nylon, and I've found a lot of uses for them. So this one sits on my desk, this black one. And I use this every day. And here's what I have in here. I already showed you the hack about using the mirror by your computer. I've got my AirPods. If you haven't tried the clear covers for your AirPods cases to protect them, they are very cool. And I'll have all these things linked below. Next, I have the remote to my Apple TV so that I don't have it just sitting around, but I have a TV in my office, and this is just handy to grab since this is right next to my computer. And I have my digital recorder. Sometimes I don't feel like writing things, but I have a lot of information that I want to save. So what I can do is just use the digital recorder to record that and then transfer it to a Word document or whatever later. It weighs next to nothing, very convenient and easy to have. So there you have it. Don't be afraid to think of alternative uses for your items. Things that are in your sub box or other things that you have, lots of planner things that you're just not sure what to do with. Try to brainstorm alternative uses. You can really find that planner things are good for lots of things. So I'm wondering whether any of these hacks will work for you. And I'm wondering, do you have any hacks that you'd like to share on how you use planner things or solve planner problems? A random winner will receive a package of planner supplies. All you have to do is like the video, leave a comment, and be sure you're subscribed to my email group. There's a link below in case you haven't already subscribed. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.